This is News 3 Now at 6.
First tonight, some breaking news. Multiple challenges have been filed against rapper Kanye West's bid to get on the November ballot for president in Wisconsin. According to documents, the challengers say his name should not be on the ballot for multiple reasons. They say he failed to include his real address and because he didn't meet the filing deadline. State Democrats have blamed Republicans and Trump operatives of helping West get on the ballot. Attorney Lane Ruland, who works for the president, submitted the papers earlier this week here in Madison. Well, next at 6, documents given to News 3 Now show that multiple cases of coronavirus have been linked to sports tournaments in Wisconsin Dells. Adam Duxter joins us now with why those tournaments will continue despite this. Adam?
Well, Eric, in July, Just a Game Fieldhouse owner Kyler Royston sent out an email to 24 volleyball coaches throughout the state, warning them that at least one player who tested positive for coronavirus had been in the building 3 times over the course of several days. Now, we obtained that email as well as another email from a Sauk County health official saying 2 more players had tested positive during that time period from a concerned coach in the area. Now, initially, Royston denied knowledge of any positive cases, although in his email to coaches, he said he'd been informed by Columbia County Public Health. Now, in the email, he says Just a Game Fieldhouse would now be requiring masks with the exception of players, coaches, and officials while games are in progress. Today, state health officials said they urge against any sporting events.
Certainly, we want people to remain active and doing, having physical activity, but it's when people are coming together and they're gathering, and especially when you're talking about situations where there are athletes that are exerting their breath, there's going to be a situation where you may end up having that spread.
According to the Just a Game Fieldhouse website, they're still hosting girls volleyball tournaments for 14 to 17-year-olds tonight and a collegiate basketball tournament tomorrow night. Now, it's not clear just how many players have tested positive in the last month after competing at Just a Game, but News 3 Now has heard from multiple families who say their child got coronavirus after competing. Our requests for comment from the Columbia County Health Department have not been returned today.
Adam, thank you. There were more than 970 new cases confirmed in Wisconsin just since yesterday afternoon, bringing the total number of cases to over 59,000. There were also a dozen more deaths reported today as we near the 1,000 death mark. Over the past 24 hours, more than 14,000 people were tested. About 7% came back positive. That's up 2 points compared to yesterday. And the Department of Health Services in the state has published 2 new graphs on its website today. It's an effort to help the public better understand the pandemic. Our Amanda Quintana is here to show us what they mean and why they were needed. Amanda?
Yes, Eric, DHS leaders say it's been a balancing act to release timely data every day while also making sure it's accurate. There have been recent concerns about data getting backlogged when the test goes from what they call a staging area, then is confirmed by a public health official, and then goes live on the website. So this new graph was created. It shows results in real time. It shows all people with positive and negative results in the staging area. So you could see that light gray section on the right shows it's still preliminary data. So it hasn't been reviewed by public health staff yet. Another important point in this graph shows results by person. So if you're tested multiple times, you show up only once here on the day of the first positive test.
We've created this graphic by automating the process that matches people with their test results. And so it allows us to report these data prior to the manual process of our public health staff confirming the accuracy of each of these data.
What you're seeing now, this is the second new graph released today. It's about total tests administered. What DHS used to show was just lab capacity. Now, you can see that there in the light blue still, but this graph also shows all tests conducted. So you can see how close we are to the capacity. This graph also shows the preliminary data as well. And if you want to check these graphs out yourself, they are on the DHS website. You can click on Get the Latest on COVID-19. That's at the top of the page. And then both of them are under the summary tab.
All right, Amanda, thank you. Weekend is here and a warm one. Let's check your first warm forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Heat and humidity are on the way. Highs will be in the mid to upper 80s for this weekend with dew point temperatures in the 70s, so it'll feel more like summer. Today was a nice day. Partly sunny skies for the most part. The air still relatively dry. Dew point temperatures were in the upper 50s. No rain across southern Wisconsin. There have been a few sprinkles in west central Wisconsin. Farther to the north, some strong to severe thunderstorms developing in northern Minnesota. have prompted the issuance of a severe thunderstorm watch up toward the Twin Cities, but that activity will stay to our north overnight. Temperatures right now are in the middle 70s to the lower 80s. Janesville still at 82, Madison 79 degrees, 81 in Bosqueville and 80 in Platteville. Dew point temperatures creeping up just a little bit. Now 60-degree dew point here in Madison, low to mid 60s to our north and to our west. That will keep low temperatures up to the middle 60s by early tomorrow morning. It's just a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm late. Tomorrow, a slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm during the day, but it'll be warmer and more humid with a high of 86. The heat index will be up around 90. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes some thunderstorm chances Sunday and Sunday night, but a break in the humidity next week.
Gary, thank you. With Joe Biden no longer coming to Milwaukee for the DNC, there's a renewed push to have Milwaukee city and business leaders try to land the event in 2024. Milwaukee was able to beat out major cities like Houston and Miami to host it this year. Some believe it has helped build the profile of the city, but the political landscape and significance of the state may look very different in 4 years and may put other states ahead in consideration for hosting. The state of Wisconsin has spent less than 4% of the money it got from the last round of federal coronavirus relief. That's according to a recent report from the Treasury Department. Amy Reed is live now to explain what's missing in that number. Amy?
About $1.7 billion of the $1.9 billion that the state government was given for the CARES Act has a place to go, according to the governor's office today. It just hasn't all been spent. But a recent report from the Treasury Department shows only $75 million has been spent through June 30th. The governor's office plans to add around $175 million more to that they used as part of the emergency response to the coronavirus. They're going to add that to the figure at the end of the fiscal year. As for the other programs for the rest of the $1.7 billion, like rental assistance or direct payments to farmers, a spokesperson for Evers said they say they are making payments on at least a weekly basis. We checked in with some local groups who confirmed that they have been paid. A challenge for tracking this money is that some of these programs have just finished taking applications, which means that the money has been promised, but it has not yet been spent. There's still about $230 million left to be allocated.
Amy Reed live at the Capitol. Amy, thank you. The Madison Police Department says they are looking for the driver of an SUV involved in a T-bone crash. This was last night on East Wash, happened at the intersection with Oak Street a little after 7 o'clock. Police say 4 people were hurt, including one of them who is in critical condition. They say the driver of the SUV took off running before police arrived. City of Milwaukee Police Department has a new leader today. Assistant Chief Michael Brunson was sworn in this morning as acting chief after the Milwaukee Fire and Police Commission voted to demote Alfonso Morales from chief to captain last night. Brunson, who has been on the force since 1995, was promoted to assistant chief of the Patrol Bureau 2 years ago. Before that, he was an inspector in the Neighborhood Patrol Bureau and commander of the Internal Affairs Division. Today, the Milwaukee Police Association released a statement in support of the former chief a day after his demotion. The association said the FPC has failed Milwaukee in so many ways and has taken down a great man for what they say is a game. Beloit Police Chief Dave Zabolski, one of 3 finalists for the Fargo, North Dakota Police Chief position. According to local news outlets in Fargo, Chief Zabolski's accepted an invitation to the multi-day in-person interview process starting on August 20th. Zabolski first started as a police chief in Beloit back in 2015. The CDC, several states, and the FDA continue to investigate a multi-state outbreak of salmonella infections linked to onions. Nearly 250 new cases of illnesses have been reported in the last week, including 7 here in Wisconsin. In total, there have been around 650 cases of illnesses, 85 hospitalizations, according to the FDA. All varieties of onions that could have come in contact with the potentially contaminated onions have been recalled. They were distributed by wholesalers, restaurants, and to retail stores in all 50 states. Still to come at 6, we'll tell you about a new event, Food Truck Friday, starting a week from tonight. Plus, how the city of Monona is making things a little easier for voters in the time of COVID. That's just ahead. Stay with us.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Expecting you. Aha! And I brought you a gift so you can fight properly. Red Bull.
Oh! How nice.
Of you.
But also...
rather
stupid.
Mine.
Mine!
No, mine!
No, mine!
Mine! Mine. Red Bull gives you wings.
These deals are amazing.
I know. How do we get them?
Okay, we have to be very subtle about asking, like this.
Like this?
No, like this.
Actually, you don't have to do any of that. We have great deals for everyone.
Even without the...
You would have gotten it anyway.
Cool.
If you've forgotten what a fair deal sounds like, let us remind you. Switch to US Cellular and get $700 off the latest smartphones with no activation fee. US Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
Save big on your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. Update your exterior with Menards' huge selection of outdoor wall lights. Pick up this Riley outdoor wall light in a weathered bronze finish for just $69.95 after 11% off. Smart Coat is an advanced paint and primer in one with ultra-smooth coverage, superior adhesion, and exceptional washability. Only $23.99 per gallon after 11% off. Start saving today with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Beloit College announced this week students will not have to pay tuition for their 9th and 10th semesters if they are enrolled full-time during the upcoming school year. That announcement, part of the school's Beloit Action Plan that was put in place to help ease the financial burdens many students are facing due to the pandemic. Well, here's an idea to safely get together with some friends. Food Truck Fridays at Alliant Energy Center starts a week from tonight. Trucks will be parked at Willow Island, allowing for social distancing and quick carry-out service. Food Truck Fridays will happen Fridays 4 to 8 p.m. starting next week, August 14th, and it'll run through October 31st.
We want to provide an opportunity for some of our local restaurants to succeed during COVID. So this is a way that they can get out and people can visit them safely and still enjoy those foods that they really like.
The city of Monona is hoping to make voting absentee a little easier and earlier for its residents. The city has installed a new drive-up ballot drop-off box at City Hall. City clerk says they knew the number of ballots coming in, specifically by mail, would be up quite a bit. So they wanted to give people a place where they could turn them in while still avoiding contact with anyone.
All of us, everyone, we all are so much more concerned about contact and keeping distance and keeping things clean. So we had to think of many things to accommodate the world we live in right now. And this was just one of them.
Now, she says they purchased it specifically because of COVID-19, but they'll have it available now for every election going forward. City leaders say the box is secure with a camera on top and 2 separate locks on the inside. It's also right next to a police station. City clerk says it'll be available 24/7. And still to come tonight at 6 as hand sanitizer sales dry up a bit for local distilleries, how they're staying in business during the pandemic. And a chance for some rain this weekend. We'll have your updated first warn forecast when we come back. Stay with us.
Shop Steinhoffel's largest selection of quality furniture and mattresses under one roof. Right now, save 35% or more on our best-selling brands. Get your choice king recliner or Gifford sofa from Lane, now $5.99. Or this solid wood dining table, now $7.99. Save big on American-made solid wood bedroom sets from Daniels Amish and Whitmer. And get great deals on all of our top mattress brands. Shop Steinhoffel's and get the best deals on the best brands in-store and online at steinhoffels.com.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine. It makes my teeth darker. And using Power Swabs, it's made a difference. People ask me, what do you do to whiten your teeth? And I'm really proud to tell them that I use Power Swabs.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it around my teeth, and that was it.
The secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with power swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With power swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the power swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth today by ordering power swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Yes, 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. Local distilleries switched production to hand sanitizer sales at the beginning of the pandemic to help with shortages and to stay afloat. Well, now that demand is drying up a bit, distilleries are finding new ways to make it through the pandemic. Maddie O'Neill joins us now to tell us how. Maddie?
Well, I spoke with 3 Madison area distilleries today, all that now produce hand sanitizer in addition to their spirits. They tell me it's all about navigating through the pandemic to make it out of all of this a viable business.
Just a relaxed atmosphere with good cocktails.
Since the pandemic began, businesses such as Old Sugar Distillery downtown have had to mix it up before they could reopen their outdoor patio for cocktail services. Tasting room manager Bill Heinz says hand sanitizer production helped them hold on.
Oh, at first it was gangbusters. We sold, 3-4 pallets of it. And now that's just slowed down a little bit.
We've gone all in on that for as long as we can, while the rest of our business is disrupted.
A few blocks away, State Line Distillery hasn't been able to reopen to the public. Its founder, John Melezova, says hand sanitizer has been a good source of income and way to give back to the community. But now the market is changing.
In terms of finding new customers, that's more difficult.
He's also invested in new equipment to make sure the sanitizer meets FDA criteria.
Most of it, once it was kind of used for sanitizer, that's the only use for it.
Nels Forty, general manager at Yahara Bay Distillery in Fitchburg, says as hand sanitizer sales drop off, spirits sales have come back up.
The sales of hand sanitizer was fast and furious, but it didn't even make up the loss in sales because we just sold it and gave it away as much as we could. It helped keep people employed. It helped keep us busy. It helped us feel proud about what we were doing and contributing. But, now the market is saturated.
Keeping up with the changes is a tall order.
If it continues just like we are, that's enough. But what's going to happen in winter?
Each distillery says they're constantly looking to create new opportunities, even with a muddled future.
That is the tough part of this business right now, just not knowing.
The distilleries I spoke with today all stressed safety. Yahara Bay still hasn't opened up its public space as they reinvent what that experience might look like. They all say that they're using this time to build new connections in the community and find new ways to get their products to customers safely.
All right, Maddie O'Neill reporting on Maddie. Thank you. Well, if you like the summer temps, they're back. Gary's here with our first warn forecast.
Mid to upper 80s and high humidity. That pretty much sums up the forecast for the weekend. So expect those temperatures to warm up, and the dew point temperatures in the 70s means you'll feel the humidity. But in the 3 things you need to know, look for some thunderstorm chances as well as the heat and humidity builds. Now the problem is that timing of these very difficult to tell. Looks like probably the best chances for thunderstorms are going to be late Sunday afternoon, Sunday night into Monday morning, but there are thunderstorms outside of that time that could also occur, and then many people may miss out on many of the thunderstorms. Tonight, just some light showers in southern Minnesota. Thunderstorms have been developing in northern Minnesota, where a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect as far south as the Twin Cities until 1 a.m. That's where the strong thunderstorm will be tonight. They'll track across northern Wisconsin, but should stay mainly to the north of southern Wisconsin. Tomorrow, more severe weather is expected farther out to the west into Nebraska, South Dakota, parts of Iowa, and southwestern Minnesota. Then on Sunday, as our temperatures continue to heat up, look for more thunderstorm activity and the threat for severe weather in Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. By the time those storms reach us later on Sunday night, they may be a little bit less potent, and that's why right now we're not in the severe weather threat area. Otherwise, as we look at future temperatures, they've been pretty comfortable in the 70s with dew point temperatures around 60. Well, by the weekend, those temperatures will be in the 80s with dew point temperatures in the low 70s, so it'll feel more like 90 degrees. Tropics have settled down a bit. Right now, just an area of possible development in the southern portion of the Atlantic Ocean, but for the most part, even these thunderstorms have been flaring up. There's not much in the way of organization, which is good news for the time being. NOAA just came out with its updated hurricane forecast and is calling for an extremely active year with the possibility for as many as 25 named tropical weather systems, which means we'd run out of letters and have to go to using Greek letters. That's only happened once before, back in 2005. Around here, we're just dealing with the summer heat that's building out to the west of us, but it'll be a short-lived heat. The jet stream is pushed to the north. That's allowing the heat and humidity. Notice the lack of thunderstorms here. That shows that there's warm temperatures in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. It's kind of capping off the atmosphere. But there is a warm front to the west that divides warmer and more humid air to our seasonably warm weather here. And those thunderstorms in northern Minnesota are developing on the northern edge of that hot air mass. Temperatures right now across Wisconsin generally in the upper 70s to the lower 80s. Notice the mid-80s to the west of us, where dew point temperatures are well into the 70s. So look for that heat and humidity to continue spreading in our direction. For tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 86 degrees. Just a slight chance of a thunderstorm from late tonight through the day tomorrow. Most of the time, it'll be dry. And you can see on future track, we're looking for partly cloudy skies tonight. If we do see a thunderstorm chance, it'll be from those storms up in northern Wisconsin, maybe dropping a little farther south. Much of the day tomorrow should be dry, then some thunderstorm chances tomorrow night. Notice it'll be very muggy with low temperatures in the lower 70s. Sunday, better chances for some thunderstorms, especially late in the afternoon into Sunday night. High temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Rainfall amounts, computer models are showing about a quarter to a half inch. Some areas picking up over an inch and heavier thunderstorms. Other computer models are showing an inch and a half to 2 inches with more widespread thunderstorm activity. It's just kind of a wait and see game at this point. Otherwise, look for the humidity to drop off, but temperatures won't take a big nosedive next week. Highs low to mid 80s with just slight chances for thunderstorms. Most of the time, it'll be dry.
And coming up in sports, the Wisconsin women's soccer team is already 5 practices in. Now the Badgers are dealing with preparing for a season that might not happen. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Great decision on your new windows. Buy one, get one won't last long.
Have you always been so passionate about windows?
Felco's buy one, get one free windows is totally rad. Felco's energy efficient windows are a must in every home. So hurry, call now.
You could say that.
Buy one window, get one free, and get no interest for 1 year.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
If someone came to you and asked, what are you invested in? Would your answer be about mutual funds and money markets? Or would it be mutual relationships and farmers markets? Maybe both. At Thrivent, we believe money is a tool, not a goal. And with the right guidance, it can afford you a life rich in meaning and gratitude. By gaining financial clarity today, you can thrive with purpose tomorrow. To learn more, text THRIVE to 484848 or visit Thrivent.com.
Garver. Garver.
Gather. Ing. Gathering.
Garver.
Gathering.
Garv.
Ing. Garvering.
A socially responsible gathering where a maximum of 250 people enjoy thirst
thirst-quenching drinks, delicious food, and the arts in a safe, clean, and touchless outdoor environment. Let's go Garvering. Visit thegarverfeedmill.com for dates and details starting June 11th.
Brought to you by News 3 Now, Madison Magazine, and the Garver Feed Mill.
New, old, or coming soon, there's something for everyone streaming this weekend, and we'll share a few of the best, including Will Loper's picks. Plus, we're tracking some storm chances this weekend, Saturday morning, when we see you at 5 and 8.
As soon as Darius Smith stepped foot in Green Bay, he changed the culture of the Packer defense with his words in the locker room and his actions on the field. And as a unit from day one, they followed his lead as a captain. And that role, along with his energy, is something that Smith plans to bring to the franchise for a very long time.
When I first got here, Coach was like, we're going to need you to be a leader and a captain. And one of the things that I told him, man, when I first stepped in the door, like, Coach, I'm all about being a captain and help leading this team. That's something that we harped on as leadership and being a captain and just bringing that energy. And as you can see, man, I've been bringing it since day one, and I'm continue to do it, man, and, until I retire here.
It took the Bucs 2 games longer than they probably would have liked to clinch the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they did it. For the second straight season, it's Milwaukee with the top spot in the East. So now we can start looking at who's their biggest challenge. Is it the Raptors? What about the Heat? How about the Celtics? Well, none of the above in Giannis's mind. The MVP says the Bucs' biggest challenge to get to the finals is themselves.
Probably the biggest challenge for us is ourselves. You know, it's how we gonna play, how hard we gonna play, how we gonna play for one another, are we gonna defend hard, are we gonna be able to rebound the ball, are we gonna make that extra effort, are we gonna dive on the floor? It's all about us. It's all about us.
The UW women's soccer team is coming off back-to-back seasons of reaching the Sweet 16, so now that becomes the expectation. But this year, the Badgers aren't thinking about the end game. In fact, they're not even thinking about their first game because they don't know when that will be or if it will happen. What they do know, they're 5 practices in and living in the moment.
We have to be in the now. We can't be looking to the future, and that's one way that we deal with it. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's, you know, something that our team can kind of move forward with right now. We talked about being able to turn and pivot on a dime if we have to, and that's what we're going to do. So, but we live in the possibility that we're going to be on the field September 6th, 15th, or 21st.
And don't forget, tomorrow night you can watch Forward Madison's match against Richmond on TVW starting at 5:30. The Flamingos are looking for their first win of the season. How about Darius Smith saying he kind of wants to retire in Green Bay? It's good.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's changed the culture on defense, no doubt. Zach, thank you. Let's go to Gary. Final check of the forecast.
Pretty comfortable out there right now. Temperatures upper 70s to lower 80s. Dew point temperatures around 60. That will change this weekend. Look for a high of 86 for tomorrow with more humidity. Just a slight chance for a thunderstorm. Sunday, maybe a little better chance for a thunderstorm. Then the humidity drops off next week with just slight chances for rain later on in the week.
Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 10. Take care.